Oh man, so Bitcoin is up 3.5% today, sitting at 59,000, and that is leading some altcoins to start to charge back up again. In this video, we'll be covering Cardano, ADA. We'll also take a look at Luna, which is on an absolute run, and we'll touch on Coty as well. So if you appreciate that, smash up the likes, subscribe, we'll get straight into it. So look at Bitcoin, guys. I've covered this off in my previous videos today. But as you can see, we were mentioning that we really needed to break, get out of the way, we really needed to break this yellow resistance, okay? This is the yellow resistance. We said that until we break this yellow line, we have to be cautious of more downside risk. And you know I give it to you straight, guys. If we didn't break this downside resistance, we could have seen 52, 53 levels very easily. But I'm super pleased to say we have now broken that yellow resistance. We've got a clean breakthrough now, but we need to hold caution because until we get above this green line, this high here in particular, which is at around the 60,000 level, then we are not fully out of the woods. Once we're past that, call it a neckline here at this horizontal level, then we have somewhat of a W pattern, an Adam and Eve pattern, and therefore it suggests a further upside. Now, in order to completely finish this reversal, we really want to get out of this box. This box is a notorious support and resistance level, and we need to climb out of it, which is sitting at 61,706. before we can start heading higher to 64,000 and beyond. So really good movement on Bitcoin here, some real good strength being shown. And let's take a look at what this is causing some of the altcoins to do. So, you know, ADA has had a bit of a tumultuous time recently. There's been a whole lot of FUD, a lot of impatience, some of it rightly so, around Cardano and what is happening here. Excuse me, guys. So we can see here on Cardano, we were entering this massive downward wedge, and it's just been a slow bleed for Cardano all the way down here. And you'll see in my video yesterday that I was getting prepared for more downside risk and ready to top up some more. So I did purchase some more Cardanos in the 160s. And here you can see we've now got a very important dip, right? Let me show you on the daily. It's a bit more clear on the daily. Let's just zoom in. There we go. So you can see right here at this level at $1.61, right on the horizontal support, Cardano managed to get a really strong daily candle here, showing some strength to the upside. Now, naturally, this is going to be caused by Bitcoin moving to the upside as well. But I also think Cardano just got super cheap. We're talking about something which is almost half of its all-time highs. A project in the top 5 market cap doesn't suddenly just go stale. Now, I know there's some frustrations around the fact that there's no DeFi log, there's no smart contract platforms. Well, there is Alonso, but people are saying no one's actually building anything on it. We've not got a DEX. A lot of complaints around the Cardano network, and people are starting to compare to the likes of Phantom and Luna, and rightly so in some aspects, Avalanche, and say, look, there's not much adoption here. What's going on? Why is it so high? Is it overvalued? And for me, that's fine. I'm happy for these people to sell. I know here on Cardano that this is the way it goes with Cardano. You have long periods of sideways movement, and then you can see bumps to the upside. Now, by all means, that doesn't mean I'm going to be right on Cardano, but it's something that I want to have as a part of a carefully calculated portfolio. It's a part of my position there where it's a hedge against other things. If things like Ethereum, Fanta, Luna, Terra don't work, and in fact, the future is a peer-reviewed, academic-led approach to blockchain technologies, then you're going to wish you were in a project like Cardano, right? So you can't have all of the same in your portfolio, because what if you get things wrong? And sometimes you have to have that humility to accept that when building out your portfolio. And that brings me on to the bunch of people jumping onto my Cardano video yesterday and, you know, really spreading FUD and saying, oh, Cardano's a trash coin, etc., etc. What is your problem? You don't need to, why are you so insecure that you need to find a Cardano video and comment on that video that it's a rubbish coin? Like, what if you're not invested in it, shouldn't it affect you, right? It's irrelevant. So go in your merry way, invest in your coins. I've never asked anybody to invest in the coins I'm invested in, so you don't need to worry about it. And I'm not going to convince you to invest. If, in fact, less people invest, the better for me. It means the price will go down and I'll buy some more. And then when everybody cottons onto it in a couple of years, great for me, right? So I couldn't care less. And you know, there's plenty of ways to do well in the crypto space, and you don't have to be in the same projects. One person could do well in Cardano, another one could do well in another project. Why? Because it all comes down to conviction. So if you don't have conviction in a project, then don't invest in it. That's the key, because you only lose when you panic sell. And you panic sell in projects which you don't have conviction in, that once FUD comes around, you panic. And you can tell I'm not panicked about Cardano whatsoever. Any of these dips, I'm seeing it as time to accumulate, and I'm not bothered. Yes, from a fundamental perspective, I want them to get a move on, but at the same time, I'm giving it the patience and the room it needs. Let's remember, not all companies are like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. You do get your Amazons, you get slower companies which are more methodical in how they're built, and there's no right or wrong way. They're just different different ways, different CEOs, different entrepreneurs building out different projects. So let's take that on board. So looking fine on Cardano for me. Yes, it's down, but more of an opportunity for Mike. You can see how quickly it rebounded from 160 when I was buying just yesterday, buying the dip, and now we're sitting here at $1.87. It won't be long before Cardano gets back above $2. It's too undervalued at this point from its all-time highs. Right. Let's take a look at Luna, because Luna's been on a good run. You know, we've been covering this on this channel in videos. We're in this lovely upward channel. We're projecting good movements to the upside. You can see my Fibonacci level suggests we should be hitting the golden ratio of 76.79 as our price target mid to longer term. But I also did mention in these videos that when we got to this point here, you could see that our channel started narrowing. We weren't heading all the way up here, and you could see that we were facing some horizontal resistance at around the 45.14 level here. And indeed, when Bitcoin crashed, we did break out of our channel and headed lower. But the good thing is, you can see we managed to pick up support around our 0.786 Fibonacci level, and that is where we're getting our bounce right now. So really interesting that we're getting some support here. And could this just be the slight retracement we needed to head higher on Luna? We know it's a great project. You guys know I'm super into the layer one narrative. The layer one space is only going to get hotter and hotter. I've said this plenty of times when other crypto YouTubers were saying, hey, you know, it's just euphoric at the moment for a couple of weeks and then it's going to die down. No, that the layer one space is the fundamental space. It's not like NFTs or gaming where, you know, you can have peaks and troughs. Layer ones are going to continue in demand. You know, once the internet started, the demand for people using the internet only continued. And that's the same for blockchain technology. So the more and more wallets are created, the more and more people who want to transact on a blockchain network, that's only going to go up. And the question then comes, is ETH good enough? Is it enough to handle all of it? I mean, I know it's good, and it's clearly the leader in the layer one space, but is it enough to handle all the bandwidth? Is Solana enough? Is ADA enough? Is Avalanche? Are these all enough? Or are they all going to fight now, and it's going to be the battle of the fittest? I think that's what we're seeing right now. It's going to be the battle of whoever tracks the best app developers, the best builders on their network, right, to then create the best apps. And I always use the analogy of an iPhone and the app stores. Whichever app stores, whether it's Android or Apple, can attract the best software developers, people are going to buy that hardware, right? And that's what's going to happen here with blockchain technologies as well. But naturally, you're going to have these bridges which allow dApps to bridge across, so that you can have the same dApps on Ethereum, Solana, and ADA. That's the future, and that's where you can see that it's not winner-takes-all model. You can have plenty of good layer one solutions, creating a healthy marketplace. Nobody wants a monopoly. It's not best for consumers. So that's what we're seeing on Luna. But I do want to bring one more thing to your attention on the Luna, to the downside. But before I tell you that, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. We're hitting a little bit of resistance here at the 5,000 level subscribers. So guys, help me out. If you're not subscribed, as a percentage of you are not subscribed, please do smash up the like button, subscribe, and really support my effort. If some of you guys really appreciate these videos and want to go a step beyond, you can also support the channel by hitting the join button. You can become a member of this channel, which is just your little way of saying thank you and helping me bring these videos to you. But more importantly, it'll give you access to the community thread, which is just for members only. And there you can ask me questions on your favorite cryptos, your favorite coins, any other questions you have. Hit me up directly there and you'll have my attention. So what am I seeing here on Luna? Well, you guys know I'm not just here to pump. I will always be realistic to you, even if it's at the detriment of my subscribers, my like ratio, the comments. It doesn't matter. If I see it in the charts and I've happened to spotted this, I've got to tell you. What I'm seeing here, and I don't necessarily think this is going to play out, but what I'm seeing here is a bit of a shallow head and shoulders pattern. You could argue that, and that could suggest a neckline across this Fibonacci ratio of 0.786, a risk to the downside. Now, I don't think that's going to play out, but I have to bring that to your attention anyway. The reason I don't think it's going to play out is we've seen a really strong green candle here. Now, that on its own doesn't mean anything, because again, Bitcoin could have a horrible day tomorrow or fall, and this could start trending back down. So we have to be cognizant of that. But we're not fully out of the woods until we head higher above. Let me show you the level exactly. Let me just tidy up my chart here. Until we head above the head here, which is at 54.80. Okay, so that's really important level for us on Luna. We're sitting at 42.95 right now. We've got some work to do to really start clawing back up. First point here is obviously to break this green line here at 45.14 and then head to the top at 54 mark for the top of the head pattern. Then we can carry on our trend. You can see my longer term price target is set at 76.79. So there you go, guys. That's what I'm expecting on Luna. Another great project, great fundamentals. If you want more fundamental analysis on Luna, hit up the comments. Let me know so then I can make a video on some of the tokenomics or fundamentals or DeFi and the value locked on Luna. Let me know if you want to know more about that. And it can't be a Cardano video if I don't briefly touch on Coty, because Coty is now sitting at a good daily green candle here, which we can see. Obviously, like I've said many times right now, for me, Coty is just intertwined with ADA. I know some people would disagree, but right now, in its infancy and small market cap, it will, majority of the time, it's going to have good days when Cardano has good days and bad days when Cardano has bad days. Doesn't mean that on certain days it can decouple if it has good news or bad news or vice versa. But for now, when I invest in Cardano, a very small percentage of what I want to invest in Cardano is invested in Coty. That doesn't mean it doesn't have potential to become massive. We know that Coty is trying to be almost like the PayPal of the decentralized world, right? The payment space is massive, as we've seen in the centralized world with PayPal and these types of companies. Square, if Coty could take a percentage of that market cap, it has massive roadmap to go higher from here. I don't think, I think right now Coty's getting smashed because fundamentally people think Coty, think JED token, think issuance, think ADA swap, think Cardano, and therefore that with Cardano's slow movement right now is only going to have a negative detriment on Coty, right? If people aren't using smart contracts, if people aren't exchanging things on the ADA ecosystem, then they're not going to need JED, right? And therefore, people are not going to realize how useful Coty is. So that's going to come with time as Cardano starts to pick up its speed. But you can see here now on the technical aspect, we've managed to hold some good strength here at 43 level, but still we're on a super long downward trend here on Coty. So we're going to need to be patient on this one. It's a small market cap project, very high risk, high reward, and we'll see how this one plays out. There you go, guys. That is what's happening with ADA. We looked at Luna and we looked at Coty as well. If you appreciate this type of content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Very interesting what we're seeing right now. A really healthy bounce from Bitcoin. Again, not quite out of the woods till we head over 60,000. I know I'm super conservative like that and I always set the next hurdle, but it's a great thing that we've managed to fall out of that downward trend, which we've been monitoring over the last few days on Bitcoin, which means we have room to head higher. Also, very interesting to see that altcoins are starting to move at a multiple of the pace that Bitcoin is moving, which can start to give us an idea around, are we going to see an altcoin season? We'll cover that in videos probably tomorrow as well, but we've seen Bitcoin dominance is starting to fall, which shows altcoins are gaining strength against Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is having a green day, which is impressive. So finally one of those days where Bitcoin's gone 4.5%, but look at Ethereum, 7%, look at Binance Coin, 9%, look at Solana, 5%, look at Cardano, 6.75%, look at XRP, 4%, Polkadot up 5%. So you're seeing everything moving more than Bitcoin. Shiba's up 20%, Avalanche 7%, Luna up 11.8%, Litecoin 9%. Are we getting Matic 12%, which we covered off in my video earlier? So are we getting this altcoin season? Really interesting. We also looked in my previous videos. Go check it out if you've not watched my phantommatic.link videos. Go watch those as well. We cover the fear and greed index. We look at whether it's alt season or not. And it's really interesting how this is shaping up. There you have it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, link in the description. The pinned comment below will be the link to our free public Discord channel. Okay, head into there, meet like-minded people. That community is growing very fast. You can meet like-minded people, ask questions, tag me in the Discord as well. I answer questions regularly in there as well, and just start building this community out to help each other build sustainable wealth in crypto. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.